What's good, sports fans? Someone posted this picture on social media and I was immediately triggered. If you're a Saints fan of a certain age, this picture definitely triggers you. Now, it's not about Ricky Williams wearing a dress, but back in 1999, being in the South, you can imagine when I went to the barbershop, the things I heard about this picture. Let's just say we've evolved a lot as a society in the last 25 years. But what this picture represents is the worst trade in sports history, in my opinion. In 1999, the New Orleans Saints traded their entire draft and their first and third round pick in the 2000 draft to move up to the fifth overall pick to get Ricky Williams. Imagine that happening today. Imagine a team trading their entire draft and two picks from the next year to move up to get a running back. Now, this was a different time. It was thought that you could build your offense around a running back and that your running back could be the cornerstone of your franchise for 10 to 15 years. That's not the case today. But if that happened today, I don't think the NFL would allow it. They would veto it and say that the GM is not mentally there. They would say that something's going on in his mind. We can't allow this trade to happen. That's how crazy this was. And the crazier thing about it is that the Saints weren't one player away from a championship. In Ricky Williams' rookie season, we went 3-13. We had two dudes named Billy Joe at quarterback. Billy Joe Tolliver started 7 games and threw 16 interceptions. What was Ricky Williams going to do about that? The next year was a pretty good year. We picked up Jeff Blake as a quarterback. We had a good season, but I'll never forget, week 11, we were playing against Carolina, and Ricky Williams was on pace to run for 1,500, 1,600 yards that year. But he ended with exactly 1,000 yards because against Carolina, on a play where he got 1,000 yards, he broke his ankle. Jeff Blake broke his ankle in that same game, which introduced the world to Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks went on to lead our first playoff win in franchise history. And the next year, Ricky Williams ran for over 1,200 yards. And then it was over. We traded our entire 1999 draft, the first round pick in 2000, which happened to be second overall, which the Washington then Redskins used to get LeVar Arrington, and the third round pick that year, for 3 years of Ricky Williams. What makes it worse is he never lived up to that Hall of Fame potential with the Saints. But the very next year in Miami, first team All-Pro, ran for over 1,800 yards, and looked like an all-time great running back. So whenever you think your team is doing dumb stuff, just remember it could be worse. You could see your head coach and star running back on a cover of ESPN magazine in a wedding dress.